All right, everybody. Once again, Scott Smith, Northern Kentucky Martial Arts Academy, here with Connor Brown. We are going to go side control to Keisa Gatama, and we're going to attack both sides' arms. So there's quite a bit in this. I'm going to do 7 submissions, 7 different arm locks in this one thing. So we're going to go through it quite a few times. Don't worry about trying to rewind it. We'll do it several times so you can just keep filtering through it. Here we go. All right, here we are, side control. Now, when I'm in side control, lots of times this guy will tuck his elbow right here. When he tucks his elbow, I'm going to take the knee that's closest to the head. I'm going to swim it over toward his hip and move this elbow out. So what I'm going to do, and it's going to be hard for you to see, is I'm going to bring my knee in, and I'm going to be bringing his arm out. So here we are, side control. He's got that tucked in there. He's blocking my hip. I take my leg out, and I swim it around right here. I'm trying to take his elbow and his arm and keep it between my elbow and my leg right here. So it's trapped right in that position. When I get here in this position, if you notice, I'm holding onto the back of his collar and his shoulder right here with my hands. And I'm doing that so I can sit nice and deep in the Keisa Gatama just right here. I'm right across his shoulder and I'm leaning forward. Do not lean backwards. I'm leaning forward. Lots of times when you get here, the guy was framing on your neck anyway, and he'll be pushing you, trying to push it back to catch your head. When he does, grab his wrist to the ground, reach around for your basic key lock right there. So when you lay into this Keisa Gatama, lots of times they're pushing your head back. Push down into it, grab the hand and wrist, force it down, and go for this key lock right here. Try to get your elbow down. It's right there. Odds are he's going to swing it out wide and get it away from you. You're going to reach back, grab this arm. Straight for this straight arm lock. Your leg should be up here by his head. It's nice and close and tight. We're still leaning forward over his head and shoulders. Hand goes in between the legs. So he's here. I just force it down. Palm grip. I see his thumb right here. Catch it behind my ankle. And then I curl my leg backwards. I do not want to touch my foot on the ground and drag it. I'm just catching the wrist and pulling it backwards. When you do this, a lot of guys with flexible arms, they'll wiggle out of it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to catch it. I catch it. I throw this leg outward. When I throw it out, I reach down and I catch the wrist just like this. Grab his elbow and straight out there. I want to shout one more time. When I reach down here, I push his arm straight. Caught it with my ankle, curl it behind me. He pulls it out, I catch it. The foot that was on the ground comes out and up, catches his wrist, put your leg back down on the ground. If they got tight shoulders, be real careful. Now I'm just going to push on his elbow that direction. He's going to hate this really bad, so he's going to hug you. When he starts getting here, he's going to swing it, hug you just like that. When he does this, you take your hand, palm his face, and I'm going to lean back toward his hip. When I lean back toward his hip, his arm will pop up just like it just did. It will pop. And it's showing. So I stepped over his head and it popped. I'm going to just move my arm so you can see it. I'm going to catch it with my elbow and just go backwards with it. Angle this way a little bit. So here we are. Pushed on his face. Pop. Let's see his hand pop up. I catch it with my elbow. Curl it backwards. You're going to lean all the way toward his hips. If you look, my head's all the way by his belt line right here, by his hip. His other hand is right here by my head, and I keep this one. So I was here when he hugged me. He's got a nice hug on the face. Step over, there's his hand, leaning all the way this way. Curling it back. This elbow here, I'm going to start attacking. I'm going to keep it right here next to my ear and head. Palms together. Squeeze it in. Make sure you have this space. I don't want to be laying all the way over. I need to have just enough space. Curling it in. This guy's going to get super desperate, start flying around, and you're going to go to a Kimura. So when he does, he's probably going to roll into you a little bit. He's going to boom right there. I'm going to pull him up, stepping over the head. I keep this arm. You shouldn't end up in this position. So here we were. It was this position here. We were doing this. I'm trying to lock it up. He flails. He's trying to get to his side. I come up, catch the arm, switch the hands to the Kimura. to right there. You can't lock it up. Maybe he's reaching down so I can grab his belt. All I'm going to do is lift this leg, turn and face, sitting back, keeping my legs tight for this arm bar. We'll do all this again. Do it kind of slow. Here we are, side control. Excuse this way just slightly. Here we are, side control. My left knee, the one near his head, comes up, secures his elbow. Shove it in there. Get it up near the head. I need to secure this arm. I'm nice and tight. I'm behind his shoulders. I'm over his shoulders. Sit case katama. Right here. This hand here is probably pushing on your face, trying to push you backwards. Grab the hand. Force it down for your basic key lock to right there. He's going to pull it away from you. Reach over and grab this arm between the legs. Pushing it down. Catch it with my wrist. Or my wrist, Jesus. Catch it with my ankle. Curl behind me. He pulls it out, flails it. Kick your bottom leg out. Catch it. It's going to be really tight. You can already tell it's tight on him. Push his elbow toward his face. Right there. He's going to yank that puppy out, noodle it out, hug. When he hugs you, hand goes to the face. All I'm going to do is I'm going to lean back toward his hips. Boom. There's his hand pops up. I'm stepped over his head. Curl my elbow backwards. Just turn a little bit this way. So one more time. He hugged. He's hugging you here. Push on his face so I can get my head toward his hips. Step over the head. There's the hand. Curl it backwards. This hand here should already be right next to your head. Clap your hands. Right at the elbow. You want to be right below that elbow. His tricep and elbow. Right there. It's locking up. He gets desperate. He starts flailing. I'm going to pull him up straight to a Kimura position. I'm on his side, straddling his head. Switch my hands. Straight for the key lock. He reaches down, grabs his belt, does all that nonsense. Step the leg up behind his back. Turn where he's looking. Feet heavy, knees tight. Hug. When you're doing this arm bar, don't hold with your hands. When you're holding with your hands, he starts curling. He's curling his arm down. Curl it down. And now it's arm on arm. If I hug it, it's much easier. My knees are tight. I'm just hugging. And there's the arm bar. We're going to go one more time, just a little bit quicker now. You're counting at 7 submissions. Here we go. Yeah, same thing. Side control. Put my knee in there. Case katama. There's number 1. Here's number 2. Here's number 3. Number 4. 5. 6. And there's 7. All right, hope that wasn't too much. I like to throw a lot at you. You got enough time to work on it since we're not doing anything, sitting around our houses. Side control, case katama, just sitting sideways to 7 different arm locks. If you guys got questions on any of this nonsense I'm throwing at you, feel free to private message me and I'll hopefully clear it up for you. But, it's pretty simple. All right, good luck to you. Stay safe, stay healthy. Awesome.